Welcome, dear friends, to our time of devotional reflection for Sunday, August the 20th, 2023. I'm Brian J. Munro, pastor of Kitimat First Baptist Church in beautiful Kitimat, British Columbia. This year we are following John MacArthur's devotional book entitled Drawing Near, Daily Readings for a Deeper Faith. Today's entry is entitled Godly Anger versus Selfish Anger. From the scriptures, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5, we read, Love is not provoked. And our main thought today, friends, is self-centered anger cannot coexist with love. Pastor MacArthur writes, the great 18th century preacher and theologian, Jonathan Edwards, had a daughter with an uncontrollable temper. When a young man asked Dr. Edwards for his daughter's hand in marriage, he said no. The young man was crushed. But I love her, and she loves me. He pleaded. That makes no difference, Edward replied. She isn't worthy of you. But she is a Christian, isn't she? The young man argued. Yes, said Edwards, but the grace of God can live with some people with whom no one else could ever live. That may seem harsh, but Jonathan Edwards knew what his would-be son-in-law hadn't yet learned. The presence of selfish anger indicates the absence of genuine love. Love, said Paul, is not provoked. It isn't given to sudden outbursts of emotion or action. It doesn't respond in anger to offenses committed against it. Paul wasn't talking about anger over sin and its terrible consequences. That's righteous indignation, which Christians are expected to have. When Jesus drove the merchants and money changers out of the temple, as recorded in the Gospel of John, chapter 2, verses 14 and 15, he was genuinely angry because his father's house was being desecrated. But he never reacted that way when he was personally attacked or maligned. In the same way, it's right for you to be angry when others are mistreated, when God is offended, or when his word is misrepresented. But love always bears up under personal attacks. Such graciousness is foreign to our society, which teaches us to fight for our personal rights and to retaliate when we don't get what we think we deserve. That has produced greedy and loveless people who want little more than personal success and comfort. Anyone who dares to stand in their way is in danger of incurring their wrath. As a Christian, you must resist such influences by focusing on your spiritual duty rather than on your rights. If you expect nothing from the world, you won't be angered and disappointed when nothing comes. Remember, God is the giver of every good and perfect gift. You can read that in the letter, James's letter, chapter 1, verse 17. So humble yourself before him, and he will exalt you at the proper time. Again, from the letter of James, chapter 4, verse 10. Dear friends, I thank you so much, and I commend you so much for having spent just a few minutes of your day listening to this devotional reflection as written by John MacArthur. I've taken his suggestions for prayer and for further study, which are attached to this devotional reflection, and I've placed them in the description portion for this video so that you can interact with those and reap the benefit of those additional steps of study and discernment. Until we can be together tomorrow for tomorrow's devotional reflection, I pray that you will go in the grace and the peace of our Lord Jesus Christ.